is preparing. We are soon live. Ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Shall we
now,
begin?
yes, now we are about to start. So let me share my screen first with. Okay, ma'am, please.
Little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Drink deep, or taste not the fire in spring. Their shallow draughts intoxicate the brain, and drinking largely sobers us again. These are the words rightly stated by Mr. Poe, and we are all gathered here today, though virtually from different parts of the globe, in order to drink deeper. Yes, we'll be drinking maybe for around 1.5 hours, the elixir of knowledge and ideas relevant to practices in English language teaching. Namaskar and warm greetings to each one present here. Indeed, it is a one-day international webinar on practices in English language teaching, and there is no doubt IELTA Nepal gathers utmost pride and pleasure at this particular moment because it is the first international webinar organized and conducted by it. Thus, allow me, dear all, the MC for the day, Nagma Pandey, to extend heartiest welcome to each one present here. In fact, this webinar is definitely going to be a very fruitful one because in one way or the other, we all are associated with teaching learning process deeply. And moreover, we have even 2 guest speakers for the day. So, but I'm not going to reveal their names right now. Rather than that, let me introduce you all with our chief guest for the day, who is none other than Dr. Neil Arvalo Alcantara, IELTA President.
Dr. Neil, you are heartily welcome in this program.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Everyone from Peru. It is really a pleasure to be here in this wonderful first IELTA Nepal webinar. And with these wonderful speakers as well, with Karuna Kapoor from India and Nirmala Devi from Malaysia. Thank you, Sojit, for organizing such an interesting event for English teachers from the world. Thank you to all the participants for being here. I know that you are dreamers, and this webinars is for dreamers, no? Because we train for a better world through education. And thanks to IELTA Nepal, we have 2 speakers who are going to give us more tools that are going to be useful for us as teachers in our classroom in order to be better teachers and have a better students who will conduct the future world. Thank you so much, Sujit, and we hope to have a second webinar as soon as possible. Thank you so much to all the participants as well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Neil. Your words were really heartwarming. In fact, to see you this way is really, it's a very blissful moment for all of us. And your presence actually propels us to move further. Thank you so much for your gracious presence. Now, let me introduce you all with our guest of honors for the day. Sultane Abau Jade. Okay, let me begin again. Dr. Neil Arvalo Alcantara from Peru, the President IELTA. Sultana Abau Jade from Lebanon, Vice President. Dr. Glenn Parila Cochano from Philippines, the Director, Academic Department. Dr. Afshin Salahuddin from Pakistan, General Secretary. Carlo Magno Sancho Noriega from Peru, the Director, Administrative Department. Miss Juliana Vasquez, Panama. I had seen her somewhere there. Hearty welcome to you as well, ma'am. Paulina Kazmira Kazak Mazinska. I hope I pronounced the name properly, and I hope I'm audible enough. The Chief IELTA Teacher Department. Nirmala Devi Kandasamy, she's also already there. Hearty welcome to you also, ma'am. Chief IELTA Learner Department. Now, let me introduce you all with the IELTA Nepal core members. Sujit Karki, the ambassador. Shibaram Podel, Siddhaganne Sawad. Can't see their designations down there. Narayani Pathak Timal Sinha, Govinda Prasad Sharma. I'm sorry, I can't see the designations. I'm really sorry for that. Ramesh Paryar.
So we have already done with this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this has already been done. So shall we move further? Sujit sir? Okay, and I should not be forgetting to express my heartfelt gratitude to our very own Mr. Govinda Prasad Sharma, who is the Zoom ID sponsor for today's webinar. And on behalf of the entire team, on behalf of the entire IELTA Nepal, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to you, dear sir, Govinda Prasad Sharma, Public Relation Officer, IELTA Nepal. In fact, it is the time for all of us to rejoice together. We will be watching a very short video presentation about our country, Nepal. Enjoy it.
So yes, there are materials, content more on familiar language, but
Wasn't that mesmerizing? Thank you so much, Sujit sir, for such a beautiful video presentation. And if you are a foreigner, actually, we welcome you all wholeheartedly to Nepal, because Nepal is a land where you need to be once, at least once in a lifetime. Moving further, I would like to request Narayani Pathak Timsina for her welcome speech so that we can officially commence the webinar today. Narayani Pathak Timsina.
Thank you, ma'am. My sound is audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Audible
Yes,
or not?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Namaste and good evening. It's me, Narayani Timil Sinha, a disciplinary secretary, IELTA Nepal. Honorable Chief Guest, IELTA President, Dr. Neil Orebalo, Vice President Sultan Abu Zaid, Director Academic Department Dr. Glenn Parilla from Philippines, General Secretary Dr. Afshin Solhuddin, Director Administrative Department from Peru, Chief IELTA Research Department Ms. Yulina from Panama, Chief IELTA Teacher Department Paulina from Madzinska, Chief IELTA Learner Department and speaker of today's program, and then I would like to express heartily congratulations to Mr. Sujit Karki for his dedication and courage for leading today's webinar. And I feel proud to welcome to you all scholars from East to West, India, Malaysia, Panama, and many more to this event. I want to express my sincere gratitude to you all who brought this concept and elaborate all this learning opportunity for all teachers who are working in school and universities. It provides us such wonderful opportunity for developing our teaching professionalism in our day-to-day life. We IELTA friends from Nepal are thankful with you. Welcome again. Thank you. Over to you, Sujit sir, as well as ma'am. Namaste.
Namaste, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now we have bio reading of our first speaker by Ms. Susanna Lamichani, member IELTA Nepal.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Clearly audible.
Okay. Ms. Taruna Kapoor is a principal and an administrator with an experience of more than 20 years. She is currently working in a city school and is a mentor to wonderful and curious students. She has been associated with Microsoft since 2018 and has completed more than 150 courses, owing to which she has been awarded with the title of Microsoft Innovative Expert. She is a certified National Geographic educator and a certified Apple teacher. She has been associated with these institutions and has worked hard towards learning innovative techniques by collaborating with people all around the world to help the students become global citizens. Thank you. This is the bio of Miss Taruna Kapoor.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is indeed a great pleasure for all of us that Ms. Taruna Kapoor is here with us today. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we should all give her a big hand, though digitally. You can just unmute yourselves for a while and let us please put our hands together to welcome her.
It's indeed my pleasure. Namaste from India. I'm overwhelmed with the welcome, the way you have welcomed me from Nepal and all other countries. And as I said, as I have my bio says that I am a global teacher. So I am a global teacher, and I am proud of it. That when we collaborate globally, you know, so we make new friends, we learn new cultures, new techniques, and we learn from each other. So that is my Guru Mantra for all. Without further ado, I would like to share my screen.
Sure, ma'am. We are waiting eagerly for that.
Whatever you see in my presentation is what I do practically in my classrooms and with my students. And actually, I have rarely found a drastic change in my children by collaborating with different countries, and that is basically language learning only. Last year, I was a principal in a rural area, everyone knows here, and the children were from a village area where English was a challenge. Learning English language and speaking English language was a challenge for them. But believe you me, with consistent efforts and their participations on these global platforms have, made them, brought them to that confidence level and made them so street smart that they are speakers on the international platforms. They are moderators on the international platforms. So that is the change which was, with this consistent practice of participating and collaborating in the interactive learning platforms has made with my children, brought this was the drastic and a beautiful change where the parents also acknowledged that yes, our children did not know how to speak in English, what to use, where what tends to use, and how to use it, how to speak it. But then, yes, with this consistent practice and connecting with the students around the globe, they learned from each other. We discussed everything. We discussed language, we discussed culture, we discussed clothes, we discussed different teaching methodologies with the children. We did not leave any single topic, hobby. We sports, every simple and every difficult topic we took up on these global platforms, and the children really transformed from a shy child to a better child with a better vocabulary and better delivery. So why a collaborative culture? Improving schools require collaborative cultures. Without collaborative skills and relationships, it's not possible to learn and continue to learn as much as you need to know to improve. This is a famous quote by Michael, and I 100% agree that in case if a school really wants to grow and really wants to improve, and improve in the sense that actually the delivery has to be very good. It's not that it is in the books and we are not doing anything about it. When it comes to practical doing, so we have to collaborate at all the levels, whether it is in the school, it is intra-school, it is internationally. We have to collaborate and bring out the change in the children, because for me, all the children are blessed and special. It is the teacher who takes out the best of the child. So connecting, sharing, and collaborating have been a journey for me, which will continue throughout till the time I am a mentor to my children, my teachers. So I will be continuing this journey by connecting, by sharing, and by collaborating. And of course, we used technology a lot, as I'm a Microsoft innovative expert. So my children too, they worked on different tools, Padlet, PowerPoint. They are all Wakelet ambassadors, and they can work on Canva. I'm actually proud of them that they are better performers than me when they come to the technology, when they have to use technology. You just tell them you have to create a Kahoot quiz. They will do it so beautifully, and they will play it with different global mentors and global children. And that is how, when you give them exposure, they give them wings, they fly. And this is what it is. And the uses of this collaboration is that the peer learning happens. If you take up different topics with each other, like any topic you take up, suppose you take up culture of different countries, suppose 5 countries are participating, you learn about 5 countries' culture, which if you read in the books, maybe it is not that interesting, but then when you interact, it becomes interesting. And the child keeps it in his mind that, yes, this is the national flag of Nepal, this is the national flag of this is the food of this country, and this is the food of this country. So while seeing and while interacting, the children tend to learn more, and they absorb more, and they keep it to themselves, and then they can share also. So they are better learners. It improves critical thinking. Yes, of course, it improves critical thinking. It enhances the problem solving skills of the children. As I told you, it improves cultural awareness, high order thinking, communication skills. Yes, I found a amazing change in my children. They were 2 years, how they were 2 years back and how they are now today, eagerly participating. They don't need any time to prepare. They are already, future ready, and they are ready to speak on any of the platforms without any fear and without any inhibition. They're ready with the content. They have become very good researchers. They have but I mean, all-round development has happened because of this collaboration only. Also, they have got leadership skills, as recently Mrs. Nirmala Devi had some student conferences where the children from India of my global quarantine club only, they were the moderators. They actually helped her a lot while coordinating and doing everything and even designing too. Though she was there as a mentor to those children, but then yes, ma'am was very happy with their amazing work. And that is what it is. As a team we have worked. It is not that I have worked. All of you who have been participating with on the global platforms, you have been a true inspiration to my children, and that is why they have got this hand-on skills where they are today. They have become street smart. They are confident for group discussions and interviews. They make their CVs, their portfolios on Wakelet. They were but when I saw those portfolios and CVs on Wakelet, I was actually very happy to see that the student of grade 6 has made such a wonderful CV. What will happen when they grow up and then they share their achievements and their experiences, So how well they had organized that CV, it was beautiful. What I do, I keep on calling different mentors to my classrooms. Age is again not a matter. Like recently we had called teacher Alice and teacher Winnie from Taiwan, teacher Alice from Armenia. They took a topic of health and hygiene with grade 1 and grade 2. And believe you me, they had played a quiz. They had spoken about the healthy food and junk food, how to keep themselves clean, how to maintain the hygiene of their hands, and then they had an open round for the children where these little ones, they questioned the teachers that a different kind of questions. And I was amazed to hear their questions and their inquisitive minds, that how they are asking the teachers that what hair oil is in Taiwan, which hair oil is being used in Armenia, what do you eat, what are the nutrients of this. So that is how that confidence skill of 6 years old develops when they speak on these global platforms, and they learn a lot. That learning, they keep it in their hearts and in their minds throughout. Then we had this wonderful project with Mr. Kohi from Japan, that is Eco Bag Project, where different countries collaborated, and Mr. Kohi got these bags, eco-friendly bags made by his children. They were stitched and they were couriered to all the countries, so the teachers who were involved. And the basic concept was that the children, they had recorded their messages on Flipgrid. They had set an awareness campaign on using of eco bags, not using plastic bags. And then after they got these bags from Kohi, it was such a beautiful way of expressing that, ma'am, see, we have got this gift from Japan, and how proudly they use it, keeping their stuff in those bags, going for shopping. And then they, in the community also, they tell that we should use these eco-friendly bags. So this message is loud and clear to them. If it reaches 100 also, so our motive is is achieved, that yes, we have to care for our planet. So that is the most important thing for us, that how you incorporate these things in your teaching learning methodologies. Then there was a beautiful session with Felix from Korea. He had arranged this cyber security program where it was a wow thing for all of us. There were 5 countries, Armenia, Malaysia, India. I hope I'm not forgetting any name, Vietnam, and Korea itself. So you won't believe that he couriered the blue t-shirts of Elephant, the people who were behind this cybersecurity. And all the students, they had prepared the presentations on cybersecurity, that how do they feel that what cybersecurity is, how they should be alert about it, how should they protect themselves, and what the laws should, how the laws should be strict, and how they should be using the cyber security. They should not be caught in the trap of all these traps. So it was amazing learning for all the school students, and then they got certificates. which were internationally renowned, and they achieved. And I'm telling you that it was again a beautiful session. It was all over in print in India, that the cybersecurity workshop was held, and how beautifully the children had learned this, that yes, how should we use all this technology without bringing problems to themselves, because the children are young. They try to, use everything on the platform when they get it. So now they also know that how restricted things should be used, and where to go and what to go, and how many things should be used in what way. And as it is Kohi from Japan, he is, I think Sujit sir also knows that we have been collaborating with him on every Saturday, 5:30, with wonderful, wonderful topics on SDG goals, where the children love going there in the breakout rooms. They love discussing different topics, and they share, they learn, they make new friends. And this learning is actually bringing out the best of the children. I have seen children, because this is like from last 2 years I'm there with him, and I've seen children, once when they join, they don't speak, they are shy, but gradually and slowly they come out of that shell, because all the breakout rooms, they have limited number of children. It's not that there are 15-20 children where they did not get the opportunity to speak. And so the children get the opportunity to speak, to share, and to learn from their friends, to make friends. So I'm telling you that bring your children on these global platforms and see the change in your classrooms, and how your parents will support you. I'm telling you, they will be really, really very, very happy, and they will actually send a lot of blessings to each of you, that you have actually transformed our children practically. And these are all those topics only, like we have this global quarantine club, though I am not very actively participating in that, but yes, topic and all we share. But Yuri ma'am, and she takes up these topics every day on Thursdays and Friday. Thursday is the day for kids, and Friday is the day for teens. Today also we have it, 6:30. So the children, the little ones, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, they 5, how amazingly they share their presentations, their thoughts. And it is lovely hearing them. I'm telling you, if you spare that 1 hour for the children, and hear that how they think, and we cannot even imagine how beautifully they do, and they collaborate and they learn. It is not that 1 hour is it's pleasure while learning, right? So that is what my suggestion is. And this is like on food, North Indian food, South Indian food, and Taiwanese food. So the children get to know that what are the specialties of the other countries, how they prepare. The children also, share recipes also. So how to cook them, and how to make them, how to do it, what are the nutritional values of that particular thing. So I think this is what is found in the books also. Do you agree, all of you? This is the part of our book educational content also. So how interestingly and how beautifully you are taking in the classroom, that is very, very important. Again, this was a collaboration with the class of Armenia on Christmas. She shared that, yes, how they celebrate Christmas in their country, and how we do it in India. So my children, they had prepared a presentation. She had prepared a quiz. She had a lesson for them. Teacher Alice, she read a lesson. Then she asked the questions. These children were all dressed up so beautifully, that what they wear, how they do it, and all the customs and cultures were exchanged. And again, amazing learning while collaborating. And this all happens in school, and also sometimes in evenings when we had this pandemic. But now as the schools are open, so these all exchanges are happening in the school itself. Now coming to this, there is a project by I'm forgetting that name, but the children, they had to share their bio, how they look like, and then they share it with the partner country. And the partner country draws their face that according to their description. So, and similarly, these children who are writing their description, they will draw it for their partner country. So we are actually working on English, writing skills, and the art and craft. So we have different subjects collaborated, and a fruitful result. So we keep on doing it. And yes, we have one more session with the teacher uh, on Saturday. We have it. It's a beautiful, beautiful session. Again, we share a lot of things over there. It is like sky is the limit, whether it's the school culture, what your school looks like, what do you take in the tiffin in the school, what does your neighborhood look like, such simple topics. How do you celebrate different festivals in your country? How does how is the education policy in your country? So different children share different students from different countries that share different views, and the learning is so beautiful that the children actually use it when they play quiz and different things. Now coming to Sujit sir, can I stop sharing this result wala thing, because it's like it's in my presentations, coming in between my presentation. Can you stop it?
Okay, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I still can see it, but I cannot see my presentation.
What about now, ma'am?
No,
Can
it's
you
not going. I can still that is shown. I'm trying that share results. Okay, fine. Then stop sharing. It's not going. Any which ways. So now we had this collaboration with a teacher from Taiwan and Korea, where we discussed. We had a this English learning, the phrases learning session, where a few phrases from India were shared, which are frequently used in the classroom, and a few phrases from their country was used. The children had made those placards, and the children had to judge, and they actually played a game, and they really enjoyed, and they really enjoyed the meaning of those phrases. So that is how these collaborations have actually helped my children in their development. So individually we are one drop, but together we are an ocean. It's actually hence cleared by these collaborations of cultural and different topics and amazing learning. This is the same session I was telling the teacher Alice told them about different parts of body, how to maintain hygiene, and the entire class was participating so beautifully. Now I would just like to share a video of my students from Global Quarantine Club. They have actually, all of them must be knowing these children. So you will just, I cannot play, why? Because the screen is not going, and I'll have to share it again, I suppose. This is not going.
Hello everyone, I'm Shreya from Global Interaction Club, India. My today's topic is how collaborations have enhanced my communication skills. So I have joined a lot of collaborations, and because of the collaborations, my communication skills have improved so much. And yet I was not able to speak English properly, but today I can speak it well. And even my confidence, my courage is so improved. I was not even confident to speak anything with anyone. So, but today I can. So, collaborations are a lot for me, and they improved a lot. And the biggest advantages of communication skill is that we can even communicate with it properly, and even we can give speeches, we can speak to the people very well, we can participate in different activities, such as participating in a competition where we need a lot of confidence. Whenever I
Excuse me, Taruna ma'am. It is not audible.
It's not audible.
Not audible, ma'am. Just we can see video.
The rest one, the earlier one, were you able to hear?
Yes, now we can.
So that's all. Thank you.
There is one more video of just one child of my new school where I've joined, GD Goenka. They have just started participating. So I will share that also.
Hello everyone, I am Mane Khurana and I am from class 7. I've done a lot of sessions and they have taught me a lot of new things like how to gain self-confidence. I've also made a lot of friends and interacted with a lot of new people from other countries. I've learned about their culture, their food, their languages and what they like, and it has overall been a really good experience for me. Thank you.
So what I have shared with you, actually, this is what I have done. So what I have preached, what I have done in my classes, in my school with my children, and with God's blessings, the children really had, they were very supportive, and they have actually learned and they have benefited by these global collaborations. So my sincere suggestions to all of you is that please collaborate, make your children participate. Initially they will be little there would be little glitches, but then later on you'll find that there's a great change in their personality and their performance. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, Surjit sir.
Thank you so much, dear ma'am. Indeed, your presentation was really, really beautiful. It was wonderful, and the photographs and the videos added charm to your presentation. We would love to hear from you again and again in the days to come as well. Now, I think we have another bio reading. Is it Sujit sir? Shall we move to the other slide? Oh yeah, before that, sorry, we have a short question answer session. So dear all, if you have any queries regarding our guest speaker, Taruna ma'am's presentation, you can ask questions right now. And our facilitators for this Q&A session are Kavita Kanal and Mr. Susan. Yeah, Baburam ji has raised his hand. Seems like he has a question. Kavita ma'am?
Oh, okay, let me unmute Baburam sir. So, Baburam sir, you can unmute and you can ask the question to our speaker.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am, for your presentation. It was really wonderful. I just wanted to know how can we incorporate our children in the global learning that you were talking about. I just want to know about this. Thank you.
Like it depends, like if you want to have these evening participations, So I think Sujit sir has all the links, and you can always approach me directly. I can give you the topics and the joining links for your children. You can just join. It's like basically the days are Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, right? Apart from that, if you want to call any mentor, so that is there. You can invite any of us to your class, and we can share our experiences, or the topic you share, like you have it in your class, you want us to take, or some other global mentor to take. So it's like both the ways. So you can actually participate, make your children participate, because there are Sri Lankan children, sorry, Nepali children are participating in on Saturdays and on Fridays, sorry, and they are also, and Saturdays also in COE session, and I think on Thursdays, no, Thursdays your younger ones are present. This week they were there, I suppose. Yes. I hope I have answered your question, sir. Anything else you want to ask further? Any detail, other detail?
There are
Babita
other
ma'am?
questions.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am, you can take the questions from our participants. If there are any.
Thank you. Thank you, Taruna Kapoor ma'am, for a wonderful presentation. It was very attractive and a very learning type of presentation, and we all understood it clearly. So that I hope there are no questions yet on the chat. They are just appreciating your presentation. Again, from our participants' point of view, thank you so much for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I'm there for all of you. Anytime you have to approach, you can. I can be of great help to you, all of you, because a lot of connections are there and a lot of platforms are there where your children can participate and they can learn. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, Magma ma'am.
Yes, we have another bio reading of our second speaker for the day by Mr. Siddha Ganesh Sawat.
May I audible, Miss?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you, Mango ma'am. And good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, all the participants from different parts of the world. Now I am going to read bio of our second speakers. Nirmala Devi Kandasamy is an ESL educator in SK St. Patrick, Malaysia. She is currently the chief of the Elder Learners Development Department. She has nearly 22 years of teaching experience and teaching. She is also a Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert, Master Trainer, and a digital teacher specialist, Microsoft in Malaysia. She is also a SDGs project planner and coordinator, and is currently an IELTA Malaysia ambassador. She is also working as a Susana core team member and global SDGs speaker. She has worked in SATBA SDG International Project, Women Happiness International Project, Healing Spring Project, tree planting campaign, and in climate actions and Gold International Project. Thank you. Let's welcome our second speakers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Siddha Ganesh. Am I audible, Mr. Siddha Ganesh?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, before I start, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the educators from different parts of the world. I would like to thank Teacher Sujit Karki personally for inviting me in this today's auspicious webinar. I'm so thankful, Teacher Sujit and the team, for inviting me from IELTA Malaysia. Thank you so much. Well, before I start, I would like to know some questions. I would like to ask some questions from all of you. Yeah, before I start as well, congratulations, Taruna ma'am. It was an incredible presentation. I truly love it. And we have collaborated in many occasions. Hope to come, more to come in the near future, ma'am. Okay, I would like to ask all of you, how are you all today? Are you all good? Give me a thumbs up, or anyone, please chat in the chat box.
Yeah,
How
we
is
are good.
everyone? Good. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear that. Very good. Yes, this is the way I usually start my lesson in the class, because achieving objectives of the lessons are very important, but to know the well-being of the students are much more important than anything else. So happiness is the key success in my teaching and for my learners. So let us start with my presentation. Before that, Teacher Sujit, I've given you a link, Wakelet link. Would you mind posting the Wakelet link in the chat box? Yes, dear educators, I prepared a Wakelet link later after the presentation. So I will upload my presentation slides so you don't have to worry about it. And at the same time, I've asked few questions in Wakelet. You just have to click the link and then there will be a small tiny box appearing there. Once you click the link, anonymous, so you just type your name, for example, Teacher Sujit, type Sujit Karki, then you will be able to log into the Wakelet link. So once you log into the Wakelet link, I've posted a message to know about some information about your best practices, your success stories, so that any one of us can learn from you as well, because this is a sharing session where it's going to be two-way communication, and you are free to share your point of views as well, because all of us are experienced educators, and most importantly, this COVID-19 pandemic taught us to use digital tools, and we managed to master quite a number of tools in order to engage and empower more of our students. So while I'm presenting, you can still listen to my presentation and work on the Wakelet. Okay, so later towards the end, I will see what are the responses I'm getting. Okay, so I would like to share the screen. Teacher Sujit, please remove the co-host permission for me, because as people are coming in, I get distracted because I will definitely try to admit people. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Teacher Sujit. Okay. Teacher Siddha, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so I'm going to start my presentation. Well, empowering learners using digital tools in learning English language and also across English language. Technology is just a tool in terms of getting the kids working together and motivating them. The teacher is the most important person. So I'm sure you agree with this. And pandemic taught us many lessons to be learned. Okay, this is by Bill Gates. Okay, these are some of the digital tools. I hope I bring this. Okay, these are some of the digital tools that I've been using constantly since pandemic and also now. All right, the first one is Flipgrid, Minecraft, Kahoot, Muncie, Sway, Padlet, Wakelet, Forms, Google Forms, Quizzes, Microsoft Teams, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word document, Google Forms, and also coding. I'm learning coding as well. And there are some other tools that I'm using in between here and there, but these are the most common ones I'm using. It is not the matter of whether number of tools that a teacher can use, like 10 tools, 15 tools, 2 tools. No, it's not the matter at all. As long as you need to see your setting, whether, it is applicable for your students in your setting, in the environment that you are teaching. If let's say, for example, there are times where my students, in Malaysia, I'm sure other parts of the world the same, students are not allowed to bring handphones to school. So let's say I want to play Kahoot in the classroom. What do? Is that I will just log in through my handphone and also through my laptop. So I will just give my handphone to one of the students to just log in to start the game. And the rest of the students will take up their exercise book and write down, let's say 1 to 10 number of questions. And they will just write 1G, green, for connotating green, B for blue. So they'll be doing in group discussion or pair discussions, during the Kahoot session. So this is another way of running, regardless of not all of them having the opportunities of using the digital tool at that time. So this is one example I'm giving. So I expose quite a number of tools for my students, and I get them to join many webinars, and I give them training sessions as well. So I have many other mentors, like what Tarname mentioned, few other mentors, like for example, Nadia ma'am, and many teacher Alice, teacher Orifa, teacher Winnie, teacher Taruna, and many people, they are mentors to teach even my students. They come into my classrooms and they teach my students, or they organize webinars and I get my students to join. So you see, let's say I have about 30 students. Not all the students are interested to use 1C. Some of them may use Sway, like what Tarana ma'am she presented just now. She was using Sway. So I give different opportunities for the students to explore. As an educator, I am very curious to know as well. So I get to learn quite a number of tools, and I practice, you know, once I'm introducing to my students, as well as I'm getting the practice as well. It is not that I learned for the first time and I'm the master of the particular tool. No, I practice with my students. So eventually practice makes perfect. So these are some of the tools that really helping me in my teaching, daily teaching as well, and also during pandemic. Okay. And as all of us, I'm also bound with the Ministry of Education's requirement where I need to complete the requirements in the textbooks and workbooks. Okay, so I'm teaching year 6 and year 5 students. Year 6 students are 12 years old students, year 5 are 11 years old students. So this is a textbook for year 6 students, the workbook that we are using in Malaysia, and this is the textbook, and this is the workbook for the year 5, 11 years old students. So in the classroom, I will do all kind of teaching, you know, thinking out of the box, critical thinking, that catering for 21st century learning. So in order to know the tips and tricks that I'm doing for this particular in-class activities, I think it has to be another session, because today I'm going to talk across the curriculum. So my core business is to finish the syllabus given by Ministry of Education and all kinds of activities that I'll be doing with my students. So this is my core business, and my core clients are my students. So other than that, I mean, teaching during the school hours is my ultimate goal, to finish whatever I'm supposed to do. Then apart from that, out of the classroom, out of the school sessions, then I'm actively involved, as many of you have been collaborating with me as a global educator. Okay, in English language teaching for primary school, which is elementary school, the approach is a modular approach, differentiated learning, listening, speaking, reading, writing, and language arts, as well as language content, which are grammar, pronunciation, sentence patterns. All right, so we'll be teaching grammar in isolation. And we have classroom-based assessment, summative assessment, formative assessment, and project-based learning. Okay, so my activities are actually in line with the Ministry of Education. We call highly immersive program, which is to encourage the students to learn English language at all levels across all subjects in the school, from the admin, from the headmaster, up to all the subjects, all the subject teachers. So much so I am implementing this not only for that particular program, but also in my English language classroom, where it is in-class activities. Just now, I told you just now that I'll be using all kind of activities related to finish the syllabus of the textbooks. And outclass activities are out of the classroom activities, whether it's in the school, within the school compound, but the students will be doing some activities. Extra class is merely related to public examination. So now we do not have public examination in the elementary school, but in order to train the students for formative and summative school-based assessment, so I'll be doing some extra classes for my students. And today I'll be focusing more on outreach program, where most of the part, I think Tana ma'am, she covered as well, in collaborating, learning, communicating through other students as well as other educators across the globe. Okay, so the platform that I used to use during pandemic and also now is that Microsoft Teams. I'm more comfortable with Microsoft Teams, though I know many of you are using Google Classroom. It's almost similar, but Microsoft Teams, it has different, little bit extra features. So if you are Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert or MIE, I'm sure you have been exposed to Microsoft tools and Microsoft Teams as the platform. In Malaysia, we are so lucky. The educators under Ministry of Education and also the students are very lucky, because we are given a portal called Delima portal, where we are free to use Apple, Google, and also Microsoft technologies for free. And there are many application tools there and certification available for free, where we can just utilize. We do not have to pay a single cent. Everything is paid by Ministry of Education. So that so actually during the pandemic, most of the Malaysian educators, we were prepared because we have this platform called Delima, and we were given the course prior to pandemic. And so when the pandemic was, when we were in the situation where school closures and all that, many of us switched to Microsoft Teams or Google Classroom or Apple technology, or some of them, if there's no connectivity and facing issues related to connectivity problem, gadgets and all that, there are many teachers were using a platform like WhatsApp, Telegrams, and Facebook. Okay, as long as anything that works in your setting, so the students are able to learn, you manage to pass across the information to the students, that will be fine. Okay, in my concern, my students, I'm teaching in an urban area where the students have, most of them, they have gadgets and they have internet facility, only very minor of them, minority. I can't say how many percentage, but some of them, they were facing gadgets problem and also internet connectivity problems. So for those students, I pose questions and all that in Microsoft platform classrooms, or WhatsApps or Telegram, whichever is applicable for them to use. So rather than forcing the students to join the online classes, where I'll be doing daily online classes Monday to Friday according to the school timetable. So I don't force these students. Well, what I did was I recorded the teaching session and I upload in Microsoft Teams so they can watch 24/7 anytime around once they manage to get the gadgets from the parents or the siblings. Okay, because many of them was sharing gadgets as well, because let's say in a house got 2-3 siblings studying in secondary school and elementary school, so I'm sure there'll be problems for them to share the gadgets. So I give the freedom for my students and upload the work in Microsoft Teams, or in my WhatsApp or whatsoever, anything that works for my students. Okay, so I created online, I usually have online classes in Microsoft Teams. I created classes for them, assignment submissions. I upload assignments on Microsoft Teams, and then they manage to collaborate in the channels. And then I upload resources like textbooks, links, videos, songs, any resources related to my teaching, so easy for my learners. And then they were having group discussions in either WhatsApps or Telegram, or even in channels in Microsoft Teams. So I allow them to do any kinds of discussion as long as they manage to finish the work that I'm giving. And then usually after I upload the assignment, I give them time, then I will download, or sometimes I will just mark online. And then after that, it is so easy for the grading. Grading can be done automatically and feedback can be given. And now Microsoft Teams, you can give feedback using video feedback, something like this. You can talk to your students, record a video to give feedback for your students, and analysis is done through Microsoft Excel, right? So it is quite easy to use, but a bit technical for the first timers. Okay, so these are the classes that I've been telling you just now. I create classes for projects. I create classes for my classes. I'm teaching 3 classes, so I create classes for them, and also for projects. Any projects I'm joining, I'll create classes here, because you know why, sometimes you keep your things in your documents in WhatsApp or Telegram, so accidentally you might have deleted, or your phone hang and you have to delete due to memory low and all that. So due to that, I always keep in OneDrive or Google Drive, and I transfer to these classes, so that everything is available. Whatever record I want to track, so I can easily track the record through the cloud base. And these are my students, the little ones during pandemic. Even now I'm doing after school sessions, I gather my students in order to give them the hang of it, because it was so difficult for us to train them to join in Microsoft Teams or Google Classrooms, you know, to press the link to join and all. It's not easy to train the elementary school students because they were not exposed to it, you know, before the pandemic. So due to that, you know, it was so hard for me, and I'm sure you too train the students. So I do not want them to forget to, so I always want them to get a hang of joining. So I always encourage them to join for projects or discussion out of the class and all that. And then, so this is what I mentioned just now. I will upload the assignment for them. It's very tiny, I'm so sorry. So I managed to crop it. So I upload assignments for them, okay? And then I will mark. And after that, I give feedback and I can see who are the students viewed the assignment but did not do, who are the students never view at all, who are the students viewed, did the assignment and uploaded, and marks can be generated from the Excel sheet and feedback can be given to them and return the assignment. Okay, and first tool that I would like to talk is Kahoot, and I'm sure all of you, many of you have done Kahoot. So Kahoot usually a favorite of my student. Okay, so each time I complete the lesson, they'll ask, "Madam, can we play Kahoot?" So what I did was, whenever I do external collaboration with any educators, I try to embed Kahoot in the session because Kahoot is something of their favorite where they like to answer questions, and to make sure that to test their understanding as well, whether they understood what I taught them, and also something like to encourage them to learn out of the text, out of the context. So I usually engage them with Kahoot. As I said earlier, if I'm doing in the classroom, so with one gadget, they will be able to write and collaborate using the exercise books. So that's the solution I found. And if they're joining online like this, so each of them will have any other gadgets with them. So they will just log in using the pin code given, and then they will be able to play and get some insights from the questions based on the topics given to them. And then I use Microsoft Forms or Google Forms for encouraging them to join some some projects. For example, recently we had Earth Day celebration. I don't confine this Earth Day celebration quiz questions to only students. So what we did with the help of my panel teachers, we distributed the links to the parents, to the educators of other subjects in my school, and also to the administrators. So from there, we were able to see how we are actually working hand in hand to eliminate carbon footprint. So from there, we could see that what are the areas as an educator I need to focus with my panel teachers in order to help the learners to understand about caring for environment. So, so this is one of the ways that I engage the learners in order to understand, to make sure they understand some key elements of the topics I'm teaching related to the topic of the textbooks or projects. So, and also to get reflections. Like just now, there was a poll like asking for, information, how was the session, blah, blah, blah. So something like that. So, at times we might be thinking the students understand what we are teaching, but it might not be correct. So because we have learners of mixed abilities, so we need to bear in mind of that. So due to that, I used to give forms and to get feedbacks from them. From there, I know how to improve myself. Though 22 years of teaching, but every day is a learning day for me because I learn from my students. So once I feel I'm very comfortable at one place, I will feel very worried because I feel that there's something that I need to learn every day in order to make sure that I learn more and I want to give more for my students in order to empower them. And also, I'm teaching the the high proficiency students as well. So I used to give them enrichment exercises based on the topics that I'm teaching. So, and the weak students or average students, I used to give questions related to their, based on their levels using this quiz or this, these quiz questions for reinforcement. And also sometimes I want to find out what are the topics they want me to teach them out of the class, or sometimes my students want to travel virtually somewhere. So I would like to ask their opinion. I do not want to put my ideology in them. So I conduct surveys sometimes in order to find out what is their interest. For example, recently they want to travel a few months back. They want to travel to Korea. So I fixed an appointment through a teacher Felix from Korea to in order to bring my students to travel to Korea and meet the Korean students and talk to the educators, talk to the students, and to exchange culture with them about Malaysia and Korea. And the Flipgrid. Flipgrid is another interesting tool that I've been using to assess listening and speaking for classroom-based assessment, where, for example, this is one of the topics in the textbook, making hand puppets. So I get my students to make hand puppets, and after that, get them to talk in the Flipgrid to tell what do they feel and how are they going to, be a character, and then what are the help they can do for others or something like that. So I give them a topic, they will be talking, they will be doing scripting, you know, they will write down script, introducing themselves, and then that's the step 1. Step 2, how do they, write about the points that being asked in the topic. So all these are dealing with critical thinking, creativity, and also digital knowledge to use the app. PrepGrip app. So PrepGrip, it actually has different technology where they can actually embed, they can write something, they can actually embed emojis and all that. So they need to have the digital knowledge. So I give them training in order to have the digital knowledge, not merely cutting out the manila card, coloring, and then showing, submitting. No, I get them to talk so that they know how to reveal their ideas actually. And then Minecraft. Minecraft is an interest of, I think, students around the globe, where in some projects I get my students, because Minecraft is available for free for, I think, 10 times login, if not mistaken, 10 or 12 times login in our Delima portal, the free portal that I mentioned just now. So I get my students to join in a group, discuss to come up with an idea on, this is a Minecraft that I asked them to do during Teachers' Day celebration. So they managed to come up with the ideas of, you know, a world where there is a school, there is a teacher, there are students, and how to appreciate the teacher. So through here, we can see the critical thinking, the 21st century learning skills is embedded here, and also values of understanding, turn taking, and all that. Okay. All right. And then this is another project locally that I joined under this Ministry of Education, where the students learn to save money, to earn money, to save money, to spend money, and to donate. So this is a project where they have to complete online 1 hour with the help of the parents. Okay, these are some of the projects that I joined embedded with technology. The first one, a World Space Month program, where the students are able to join and they collaborate in order to use Bunsy, Google applications, and more other applications. And this one is Human Happiness, where SDG embedded project, where they learn how to create happiness in the family, happiness among themselves, happiness in the community, and also happiness around the globe. Okay, and then I train them to be presenters together with global students. Okay, this is another project that I joined. That is Penpal project. This is the project where I would say that I'm a late bloomer. I start very late, this writing project, Penpal project, where I managed to collaborate with a local educator from West Malaysia and 2 local educators, where these 2 were snail mails, where I managed to get mails from them, and my students replied the mails from them, replies the mails to them. And this is a Penpal project from USA. So this was merely a duly done through email application. Through email, so we can't afford to send the letters because it's quite expensive. So we did it online through emails. And then these are some of the projects as well related to SDGs. This is Kitling's SAW Spring project, where the students were focusing on land SDG 14, land below water, and then they managed to create a scrapbook. And this is a short video competition in my district. So the students managed to do this project and talk about how to save the environment, how to care for the environment, how to eliminate carbon footprint. This is another project that I joined venture, Rise Up for e-waste, where we managed to collect e-waste. Unfortunately, there's no e-waste recycling center in my district, so we are just keeping the e-waste that we have collected. So one of these days, probably we will have the opportunity to dispose the e-waste. This is a project we did with an Indian educator, Madam Paramjit Kaur. This is an international project, and we collaborated. So we managed to send this project through Paramjit Ma'am's help, and this project managed to win the first place in E2 Microsoft as the winner for Tech for Good, this particular project under Paramjit Ma'am. And these are some of the projects that actually I've been collaborating with local educators in my district, where on every Thursday for 1 hour, we run this particular class where we call it primary virtual class, where every week we get the students to talk in English language based on some topics. And also we call other educators from like, for example, teacher Urifa, teacher Winnie, teacher Alice, teacher, Nadia and all that, we managed to ask them to read stories for the students and engage them in speaking, and many other projects we did. This is the recent one where we managed to get the students to have virtual trip in the Borneo Sun Bear Center in my district. And we managed to collaborate with many educators as well. And we did this project, We Love Sun Bears. And we managed to get many school students from our district joining this project. And we managed to get our students to do this kind of project using the plasticine, to love the sea creatures, to save them from the plastic pollution and all that. And Suchana is a project that I've been promoting in IELTA and to global educators as well. This is the project that I'm working on for my students and also with the global educators. Okay, okay, a few more. Okay, the projects are, we managed to educate our students how to save the environment, how to recycle, how to do upcycling, and also encourage them to plant trees and all that. A lot we have been doing in the month of April this year and also last year. But now what I'm doing is that with my panel teachers and also other teachers in the school, with the help of the parents, we are asking the students to bring plastic waste, clean the plastic waste, bring them nicely, and we are collecting them on every Wednesday in order to send them to recycling centers for recycling and refuse using plastics so that plastics production can be reduced. So these are some of the photos of the student. She's cleaning up the plastic bottles and teaching them step by step how to bring plastic to the school to be disposed, to be sent to the recycling centers. So these little baby steps are actually important for elementary school students, for them to understand. Otherwise, they're simply using the plastic, they're throwing everywhere, and they're buying more and more and using more and more plastics. So there's no time for discussion and meeting. We need to take real actions. So these are the actions we are taking at the school at the moment. And then we are also taking the students, as I said earlier, to Global Quarantine Club, what Tarna Ma'am has said just now. And I'm inviting many educators, experts to the classrooms in the district and also my school in order to train our students to be, saving the environment and also learning English language beyond, across the language. And these are also some of the projects, like what ma'am said just now. We managed to travel to Korea in order to, expose our students for, how to overcome the cyberbully. And also, this is one of the projects also launched in IELTA Malaysia, where the students are able to plant trees and, prevent open banning, and many other topics are being taught to my students. And these are some of the previous projects and topics are, as you see on the templates here, right? Okay, these are some of the projects as well to encourage them to join in collaborative projects. Okay, these are some of the projects, drawing projects done by my student, and upcycling project for the, eliminating e-waste, reducing the use of e-waste because e-waste are harmful. So this is the e-waste Christmas tree done using e-waste materials. And this is a project that my student joined in order to showcase our celebration, National Day celebration, which is happening now. This was last year's photo. And these are also some of the projects. Just now I mentioned that I'm learning coding and I get my students to join coding. This is the coding specifically for girls, because as we know, boys are more interested in coding. So I'm encouraging the girls to join coding, and I join venture with other teachers as well around the globe in order to bring my students to be presenters, not only in local platforms, but also in global platforms, so that the students are able to get recognitions and also certificates, which will be helpful for them to go to secondary school. Okay, in terms of cultural exchanges, I brought my students to many countries, such as India, USA, UK, Belarus, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Russia, Taiwan, Mauritius, Philippines, Bangladesh, and also Nepal and many other countries in order to exchange information related to the location of the country, the food, the culture, and many other things that they do not know. So we also talk to other students, other educators about Malaysia, the location of Malaysia, the languages, the beauty of our country, the multiracial country, whatever, all the detailed information. I get my students to prepare slides and I get them to present. Before the presentation, I train them. So in case of any power cut or any internet disruption and all that, even I'm not around, my student are able to complete the collaboration without me. So that is the what do you call, the encouragement that I've given to my students to be a global presenter. Okay, so I'd like to share this video. So let us watch the video. I hope it is audible. It is audible?
Yes, ma'am, it's audible.
All right. Yeah, sure. It's a 2 minutes video.
It's inaudible. Yeah. Excuse me, Nirmala ma'am. Any problem? Oh. Sujit sir, it seems like she can't unmute herself. Is it?
Okay, okay, ma'am, because she's not post now. Let me make her post too. Nirmala ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay. Thank you, Sujit sir. Okay, so for your information, this video is actually done by one of my students. So I told her to make the glimpses of the projects and she did it wonderfully. So this is the strength of my training for my students actually. Okay, and okay, now I would like to share this. What are the rewards that I'm giving for my students? Always, I give praises for them. You know, I congratulate them. I encourage them. Most of all, I love them so much. Because of them, I'm here. So I give them gifts, and also I rewards them with some places they would like to meet some global educators like my friends Swati ma'am and also Kalani ma'am. So I gave them the rewards of meeting these people during World Earth Day celebration. And I celebrate my students' birthdays every month. You know, though it is not compulsory, but I keep track of their birth dates, and I assign one of the students to remind me every month to celebrate the student's birthday, and I give them gifts, and we take selfies together. I organize, you know, I order food for them, and you know, so that they are happy, and you know, this kind of what should I say? This kind of experience cannot be bought, you know. So I feel very happy to celebrate their birthdays and also to encourage them. And they'll be waiting for birthday celebration every month. Okay, so I spend some money to make them happy and to encourage them more and more to join in local and global collaborations to be somebody in their lives. And also certification is very important for them. So I get them to get certificates locally and also globally, which is important for their co-curriculum activities. So this is my contact details. If any one of you would like to collaborate with me and my students, you may contact me through Facebook or Twitter. So I'm available to engage any educators for my benefits of my students. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nirmala ma'am. Indeed, it was really such an insightful and inspiring session. We really learned a lot of things. And, you know, as I said in the beginning, that we are going to drink the elixir of knowledge and ideas. That's what has actually happened by the end of this seminar. Both of you truly, our first speaker, as well as you, both of you are, you know, in fact, true heroes and true teachers, true educators. And we really learned a lot of things from you. And we'll be definitely applying the techniques and methods taught by both of you. Hats off to both of you. And maybe in the days to come, we'll be, you know, getting more and more opportunities to talk to you, listen to you, and let's see what happens. For now, we have a short question answer session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Truly appreciate that the opportunity given to me to share the insights of the projects that I've been doing to empower my students in my setting.
Yeah, when I was going through the photographs, it's just my personal feelings. Like I was touched at times. I was so moved because I'm also a teacher. So we all definitely might have, you know, everybody might have felt it that way. It happens.
Thank you so much.
When all the educators
I usually feel the same whenever I celebrate my students' birthdays. You know, though the parents will be celebrating at home grandly, but the small celebration in the classroom means a lot for them. You know, so they will be very excited. You know, I used to buy the 1 kilogram cake for them according to the flavor that they wish. Some of them like vanilla flavors, chocolate flavors. So I'll take all the trouble to buy for them. You know, so these are the happiness, you know, I want to treasure in my teaching career.
Yes, that's really very true. Yes, Kavita ma'am, over to you now. Any questions? Susan sir?
No, in Facebook Live too, I can't see any questions.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Nirmala madam, very good evening and namaste.
Good evening, sir. Namaste, sir.
Actually, I didn't have a question, but I would like to express sincere gratitude to you for being here and sharing such an effort, which really encouraged me personally also. So I would like to appreciate your effort, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the encouragement and truly appreciate as well. And definitely I will pass your message to my students.
Yeah, it has to be done.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Miss Juliana, as well. She's typing in the chat box.
If not question,
Lots of words of appreciations for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Now this is the time for the certificate of recognition or participation by Sujit Karkisa.
Okay, thank you, Nagma ma'am. So maybe today is the wow moment, yeah, because we have a fabulous presentation by both the wonderful speaker, whom I'm also collaborating personally to in different sort of project and program. So it's honor for me to read the certificate of recognition for these two great speakers. So from Facebook Live too, we are receiving some of the comments over this. So now let me move here with the certificate of recognition. So International English Language Teacher Association, IELTA Nepal, certificate of recognition. This certificate is proudly presented to Ms. Aruna Kapoor from India in sincere acknowledgement for her invaluable and worthy presentation on topic interactive language learning by collaborating in the first IELTA Nepal International Webinar on practice in English language teaching held via Zoom on 19th August 2022. Thank you, ma'am, for your precious time and support to join with us in IELTA program. So Sivaram Porel, Academic and Administrative Secretary, IELTA Nepal, signed by Siddha Ganesatwa, General Secretary, IELTA Nepal, and me myself, Ambassador, IELTA Nepal. Thank you, ma'am, again for your valuable time and for your great presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So similarly, International English Language Teacher Association, IELTA Nepal, certificate of recognition. This certificate is proudly presented to Nirmala Devi ma'am from Malaysia in sincere acknowledgement for her invaluable and worthy presentation on topic empowering learners using digital tools in learning English language in the first IELTA Nepal International Webinar on practice in English language teaching held via Zoom on 19 August 2022. Signed by Sivaram Porel, Academic and Administrative Secretary, IELTA Nepal, Siddha Ganesh Sir, General Secretary, IELTA Nepal, and me myself, Ambassador from IELTA Nepal. So actually, I would like to congratulate you, Nirmala Devi ma'am, too, for your precious time and for your fabulous presentation and encouraging all the educators and learners from the world. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sujit sir, for the certificate and also for the invitation. I'm so thankful to you and indeed a great pleasure to collaborate with you, an educator whom I really look up at, and also the IELTA Nepal members. Thank you so much for the invitation. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, Dorma. Nagma, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Now, a certificate of recognition or participation by Sivaram Porel, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Go ahead. International English Language Teacher Association, IELTA Nepal, certificate of appreciation. This certificate is proudly presented to Dr. Neil Arvelo Alcantara, IELTA President, on being guest of honor in the first IELTA Nepal International Webinar on practice in English language teaching, held via Zoom on 19th August 2022. We express our deepest gratitude to you, and signed by me, Sivaram Porel, Siddha Ganesh Sir, and Sujit Karki. Thank you, and we are thankful for your participation. Likewise, IELTA Nepal certificate of appreciation. This certificate is proudly presented to Dr. Afshin Salahuddin, IELTA General Secretary, on being guest of honor in the first IELTA Nepal International Webinar on practice in English language teaching held via Zoom on 19th August 2022. We express our deepest gratitude to you. And signed by Sivaram Porel, Siddha Ganesh South and Sujit Kargi.
Thank you so much, IELTA Nepal. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Congratulations to Mr. Sujit, and many, many congratulations to Ms. Nirmala and Ms. Taruna for your wonderful presentations. It was it was such an excitement to see how you people have done so many collaborative projects. So congratulations to both wonderful speakers, Ms. Taruna and Nirmala, and congratulations to IELTA Nepal team as well, because it was well organized and very exciting webinar, especially when you people were sharing the projects and the way you celebrate birthdays and motivate your students. It was wonderful, amazing. Thank you so much for the lovely certificate as well. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Dr. Afshin.
Welcome. Thank you. Pleasure.
Please, sir, you go ahead.
Please, Sivaram, sir.
Okay, IELTA Nepal Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is proudly presented to Juliana Bask, Chief IELTA Research Department, on being guest of honor in the first IELTA Nepal International Webinar on Practice in English Language Teaching held via Zoom on 19th August 2022. We express our deepest gratitude to you, signed by Sivaram Porel, Siddha Ganesh South, and Sujit Kargi.
Thank you, Sivaram, sir.
Okay, sir.
Back to Nagma, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now, certificate of participation by Siddha Ganesh, sir, for the participants.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. International English Language Teachers Association, IELTA Nepal, Certificate of Participation. This certificate is awarded to, the name will be written later, for successful participation in the first international webinar of International English Language Teachers Association, IELTA Nepal, on practice in English language teaching, held via Zoom on 19th August 2022. We truly appreciate your precious time and great support to make this webinar successful. Thank you. Signed by Sivaram Porel, Siddha Ganesh South, myself, and Sujit Karki. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request Mr. Sivaram Podel, our Academic and Administrative Secretary, for the reflection and word of thanks.
Thank you, Nagma ma'am. You did very well. I liked your presentation as well. The way you presented the ideas and the way you hosted the entire webinar. So thank you very much, Nagma madam. And we are very pleased to announce such a webinar, which is very beneficial and fruitful for us. And we'd like to thank our guest of honor for being here with us during the webinar. And we express our deepest gratitude to the speakers. We value the insights and guidance given by both of the speakers. The idea of collaboration for being global learner and incorporating digital tools for learning were remarkably wonderful and fruitful. Similarly, we are thankful to the valued participants from Nepal and different countries and IELTians from various countries. We are very much inspired and motivated by this webinar. We will be trying our best to organize such program in the days to come. And we also hope for the support from your side too. Finally, I would like to congratulate the team members of IELTA Nepal and participants, speakers, and the guest of honor for this grand success of the webinar, first webinar conducted by IELTA Nepal. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I could see someone raising his hand. Mr. Samuel, I think. Do you want to say anything, sir?
Samuel, sir, you can just write in chat box too, and after that we'll be addressing the questions. So for some of the security purpose too, the settings are made in such a way that you have to write the question in chat box. Okay, sir. Thank you. I hope you can understand our problem. Okay, so let me share the screen. So thank you all, and thank you Nongma ma'am for your great presence in order to conduct the webinar in a great manner. I think so everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have got here one IELTA Nepal webinars update. So we have just finished our first webinar due to your great presence and due to your time and due to your support. So we are now launching the second international webinar. IELTA Nepal presents second international webinar, and the speakers for 10 September Saturday, 17:45 Nepal time, 8 a.m. New York time will be Vilma from Brazil, and she is going to present her topic about how to motivate our student. And we have got another renowned speaker from Poland, Monika Moros, and she will be delivering her session related to how to use literature, novels in particular, in teaching and learning English. I hope you will be joining with us in 10 September Saturday. This will be our second grand launching of second international webinar. And thank you all for your time. And you can even fill up the link. So the attendance link has been posted by Siddha sir, and I guess that Siddha sir is somehow posting the attendance link in the Facebook Live too, because we have 14 members there in Facebook Live too who are watching over us. So now let us enjoy with one quizzes, and maybe it can be in the case of evaluation form for you all. So I'll be passing you one link, and it will not take maybe more than 2 or 3 minutes. I hope you will be participating here. So I'll be sending the link in the chat box. So let me start a live game, and I'll be picking up, and I'll be sharing the link here. And I hope you'll be joining with us. So it's starting here. Okay, I think so you can see here the link too. So we are, okay, so just let me copy the link and I'll be pasting in chat box too. So, okay, you can join us in this quiz game. There are altogether 8 questions, okay, and maybe it can be one of the evaluation form for us to get known about different sort of feedback. So I hope you'll be joining here. So let me start the thing. You can just see the code over there and directly you can enter with the thing. Okay, sorry. So let me start again. Yeah, so I can see here people joining up. So let me continue again due to some problem here. Okay, you'll be using this link that I'm forwarding now. Okay, so you can join us with this link. Okay, and I request all the IELTA Nepal members and even the speakers, yeah, those who are here, to join in this quiz. So I'm waiting for the participant. I can see here one participant. So you can just rename or you can just write anything that you prefer, and after that I'll be starting. I'll be waiting for 10 to 15 members, and after that I'll be starting this one. Okay, so I can see here 2 participants, 3 participants. Okay, so I'm eagerly waiting for you all and hope you'll be collaborating with us to get the evaluation of this whole webinar through the help of these quizzes too. So I'm waiting here. So I can just see 4 people over here. So there are 44 wonderful teachers. Okay, and I request you all to click the link and to come here along with the name. I can see 4 students and I'm waiting for others. I think so you can see the link over there in chat box. So through the help of chat box, you can just come and you can join our quiz. And I request to Siddha sir to pass this in Facebook Live too. Siddha sir.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay. So we have 5 participants. Now I'll be waiting for 20 seconds because we are already late. So after 20 seconds, I'll be starting this quiz. I can see 5 students. I'm still waiting for other members too. Okay, now let me start with 5 members. If you'll be joining, then it will be much more great for us. So let me start. Okay. Yes, you can. We are about to end the quiz. So 30 more seconds, and after that we'll end this one. So we have already seen the participants, they are reaching and they have ended all these 8 questions which are there in the case of quizzes session. Thank you all participants. Okay, thank you. So let me see here the result. Okay, the 3rd position here. Okay, first by Sumaya ma'am, I guess she's from Malaysia, and second one by SKA, and third one by 558553. Okay, thank you all teachers for giving your different sort of support in running this quiz session too, and thank you all. And yes, so there are a lot of appreciation I can see in the chat box. Thank you all teachers, and I hope you'll be also joining with us in 10th September for this 2nd international webinar that has been conducted by IELTA Nepal. So thank you all. Now, yes, Suman sir, if you have some question. Okay, so let me. Yes, Suman sir, you can unmute yourself. Suman Paurel sir.
Yes, thank you so much. Good evening to all. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this valuable time. I just have one queries regarding this IELTA, sir. How can we be the member of this? How can we be member of this IELTA International? Sorry,
International English Language Teacher Association, IELTA.
Association.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
IELTA. That
Actually,
is.
this is one of the voluntary organization which is running nearly in about 30 plus countries, and most of the teachers are here who are giving their active voluntary participation. And totally, the membership form is also absolutely free here, so you can get in touch with the website that has been created by IELTA Nepal, and by this you
Yes,
can
sir.
just share about the information. Even I'll be giving the link here too. Sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sujit,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think so. I'll be my answer will be the same one for Nani Babu Gimire sir too. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll be posting this. And I think so. All the participants, they have filled the participation form too. So participation, if you fill the participation form, automatically you'll be getting the certificate in your email. And extremely sorry again from my side that we can't address all the questions, and for different sort of things we are here to about finish the webinar. But before that, let me share here about the IELTA Nepal site. And some of us are requesting about the presentation slides from the speaker. We'll be getting the permission from both the speaker, and after that we'll be sending you via email. So you have already filled up the link. That's why your email are attached in our email. That's why we'll be asking to speakers, and accordingly we'll be passing the things. So before I close the session, let me first of all stop live